Oh, sorry, Melissa, I gotta go. The pod's going. The pod's being recorded. What? Yes, that's why you've got to hurry back. Don't worry though. I'll take it from here. Bye. Oh, I hate that that happened. I never wanted to co-host podcast, and yet here I am.
It's almost like something happened.
I would hate that somebody sabotaged her connection or something like that to give themselves a chance to run
So
the pod. I probably should have picked a better week though that you're in full health.
yeah, well, that means if I'm sick, which you might have poisoned me, then it's just your pot today.
That's true. I could fully take over, or I may have Kelsey and I may be plotting like a secondary pod that she's going to be both the editor and the star.
Did she
Kelsey.
just call me Kelsey?
Did you call her Kelsey?
Oh no. I know my co-conspirator's name.
Welcome to episode 4 of Afloat.
Needless to say, we have a lot to talk about. If I died, I don't want a funeral. This is my my send off.
This is the send off.
Take my ashes.
Yeah.
Put them in the trash, but not bottom of the trash. Really, paint cup trash like piles up on top of it. Put it on the top of the trash when it's about to go out. Just show.
It's gonna be. What happened? Why are you so sick? Did you get COVID?
Just woke up with a sore throat, and then throughout the morning, early afternoon, my tummy's been a little rocky, and I'm not doing so good. I'm not feeling so hot.
So if we need to off the video, don't forget to turn the sound off as well.
Right. So if I off, just keep going without me.
We gotta roll on, brother. We gotta roll on.
Yeah.
Well, how was Montreal though? Was it fun?
Yeah, it was really good. I traveled. You went MIA for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Went in the woods and just found yourself or something.
13 days, college apartment painting, like 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock every single day, exhausted, and then came home, stayed home for 2 days, and went to an amazing pig roast. I mean, all of it was really good. It was a lot of amazing people, but I've never been so tired in my life. But the pig roast was awesome. We'll have Chrisinda on the podcast sometime. She was the host of the podcast, or the host of the pig roast, and she is the runner that's going to go to Portugal with us and run the marathon too.
Cool. Is she Hawaiian?
Is she Hawaiian?
The pig roast? Like, does she know what she's
No, she's actually, she's Pennsylvanian. She's Pennsylvanian, but she's wild.
Gotcha.
She actually did a 100-mile marathon last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I'd love to talk to her and do a whole segment about that kind of stuff, because she's probably got a lot to, a lot of mental stuff that she has like trained herself basically to be able to do it, which is so fascinating because I do not have that type of endurance for running. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no. I feel like
no way.
if someone could run 100 miles and eat a pig in the ground, it would be, if not a Hawaiian, someone from West Virginia.
Yeah, I know. Why doesn't she? Yeah, but it's so true though. Well, her husband does a lot of it. He's pretty, yeah, we should just do a whole separate podcast with him actually.
Okay.
But anyway, but Montreal was fun though, or did you just get sick when you got home, or?
No, it was fun all weekend. We did a lot of walking, went up to this hike. It was really cool. We looked the whole city. We ate a lot of food, hung out.
Oh, goodness, your food looked amazing.
Yeah, the food was super good.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be rainy and it just never really rained too much. So we got a lot of good times like out and about in the city. So
oh, good.
It was an interesting crowd because it was half Metallica was in town for 2 nights.
Uh-huh.
They were selling out the Olympic Stadium, which is like 50,000 people. So the waitresses were saying like everywhere there's like 100,000 Metallica fans in
what my
nights. And on top of that, there was like a Pride festival. So it was like all kinds of people.
What a mix.
Yeah, it was a big mix. And then just trouncing around the city, eating ice cream and lollipops and brunch. People watching.
That sounds
awesome. Lots of Metallica shirts.
What do Metallica fans even look like these days?
I I mean, the same as they did like 30 years ago, just a little
Yeah.
bigger belly and less hair. So
I just am gonna screen share my ex-boyfriend's Facebook and it'll be him, feel certain.
yeah. So it was not a too crazy of a group because they're all old, but
Yeah.
like metal bros from the 80s and 90s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Definitely that vibe. So
That is so funny. What a weird mix.
you wanted to talk about a few things, the Barbie movie.
Yeah, the Barbie movie. So Jenna will be on today. Jenna's the one that went and saw the Barbie movie first, from what I can remember. And she was like, just going, like, fun, okay, cool, whatever. But then she read this New York Times article about it and she sent it to me. And she's probably had the most interesting thoughts about it. Jenna Varmega.
So we want to talk. That's for her. That's talking with her about it.
Let's talk with Jenna Varmega. Hello, Jenna Varmega. Are you there?
Welcome, welcome. That's quite the intro.
Wow. Wow.
Testing. How many
Beauty in
people
the
say
woods.
testing?
Just
You're the first.
Everyone. Like the first to talk about the Barbie movie, you probably haven't heard there's been a Barbie movie released and stuff.
and
Yeah. No, I liked it. Well, I was just really curious when I went to see it. I feel like my expectations were pretty high because the article Melissa was talking about with Greta Gerwig, the director, like she just does a lot of very kind of like understated, brainy kind of stuff. And so I was just curious what her spin on it would be. So she did a great job. I mean, I think for being like, for expecting a Barbie movie to be kind of like a little, I don't know, silly and tacky. It was good. But it was pretty political, a little bit feminist, kind of some feminist rants in there. But I mean, she did an incredible job with the movie as a whole. Like it's like
So it wasn't super, so it wasn't actually, I mean, and that's what I think I was more curious about. So I know people are like, oh, I'm gonna go see this with my kids. Or like, I'm gonna go
wait,
see
did you
this with
you
my
did see it?
No, I still haven't seen it.
Oh,
haven't-
okay. So she's flying blind here.
I'm flying blind. Yeah, Jake is too. So that's why I was like, you
Oh.
give us your synopsis.
Well, when I saw it, I said Jake is gonna want to see this.
good. Well,
There's one movie that says Jake Helfenstein. It's Barbie movie. Yeah, it was super good. It's very smart, but it's definitely like there are some times when they really go kind of like have some pretty long discussions about like not discussions, but like it's definitely a commentary on feminism. But they do it in like a lot of it is kind of a little bit in a tongue in cheek way that's funny. So I
Would you
think if
say
I
they're
went into it
making
with
fun of men at certain points, like as a joking way?
oh yeah, for sure. But I think like they're also kind of they're making fun of like I feel like it definitely is like pushing a little bit of feminism, but is also kind of like it's not too serious.
Yeah.
But there are but I don't know, it's fascinating. It's quite funny actually. To me the highlight of the movie, am I allowed to do a spoiler here? Because I don't think Jake is going to see it quite truthfully.
I'll probably see it. You can say it, and we'll just edit it or trim it down.
Okay.
Too much info.
Whenever people ask like if I have a guilty pleasure song like that you're embarrassed to like, mine has always been Push by Matchbox 20. Maybe your fans they're probably not going to hear that, and I do not blame them.
Oh, the plug.
Hey, here's a question. You're stuck on a desert island, Jake, and you have to either listen to Taylor Swift or Matchbox 20 Push for the rest of your life. Choose one.
Taylor Swift all day long.
all
Oh,
day,
that hurts.
all day Taylor, or one song Taylor?
Yeah. Wait, one.
Oh, that's true.
All of Taylor.
One Taylor Swift.
So you have to pick one Taylor Swift or
Yeah.
one Push.
The only one. Push.
Yeah.
One Taylor song. I would still.
One, the only one.
All right.
What would
I
it
get
be,
it.
Jake?
It's shameful.
Taylor?
I know.
I know what the people want. I put on Taylor this weekend out of town, and everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, big time with the Taylor." It's like, but I know you guys want to listen to it, so I'm not much of a curmudgeon.
I'm not that upset about it. Also, when we were doing the apartments, Jenna, it was funny because Lee got on the podcast the other week and did tea with Lee. So Jake and Lee were just meeting each other. And so Lee, of course, like Jake has to be like, also, I got a lot of backlash from Taylor up talk last week. And Lee's like trying to keep her video off, but like turning it on and like looking at us like, what are you saying about Taylor? And so
You better not bring
yeah,
up Taylor's name with that look on your face.
no, exactly. You know how she gets. And so then we're doing the apartments, and Lee is like, okay, Melissa, we're gonna spend just one day where I play you Taylor songs, but I explain what's going on. You're gonna know the backstory. That way, you're gonna be slowly coming into your Taylor ways. By next year, you'll be a fan. And I was like, okay. So we did 3 songs on repeat that she explained to me. And that did help somewhat. I already liked the song Cardigan. To be fair, I do like the song Cardigan by Taylor.
Well, you liked her live sessions that she did like at that
I liked the pond session
out in the woods with Bonnie Bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I felt like that was it.
We listened to the NPR Tiny Desk concert. It was like half an hour. I was like, wow, they gave her a lot of time. She sang like 3 songs. She just talked for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
Really? What's she talking about?
I don't know. I was fast forwarding it. Just like,
Taylor fans are gonna rage again once they hear that.
it's all right.
Defamation.
I know. And another sad moment with Taylor last night. Darren was scrolling through his popular page, and it was Taylor Swift, and she was like on a podcast or something, and she was like, I encourage the Swifties to go watch this clip because it was embarrassing. She was literally doing an imitation or an impression of a Minnesota mom in a minivan going to a soccer game. I don't know how old it is, but I was like, let's just listen to this for a minute. Maybe it's funny.
It was her SNL audition.
Oh my gosh. I hope it wasn't.
That's something Melissa or Jenna would do. Do an impression of a Minnesota mom.
Oh, gotta get the kids. They're gonna be out there in the fields cold this time of year. Oh,
okay. Jenna's is already better than Taylor Swift's. It's not even the voice. Taylor Swift did the voice fine. It was the subject matter. It was just she wasn't, Jenna immediately, cold weather, she says it.
Jenna's got the voice down, but she also is quick with what to say, so it actually sounds like a mom or whatever she
yeah. Maybe if that part of my brain was slower, it would go more to my songwriting part of my brain that Taylor has. That's why I need to rechannel it.
That's what the problem has been this whole time. But back to Greta Gerwig. So just so the people know, she also did Little Women. She also did Lady Bird. I'm not going to say which ones are watchable or not watchable, but those are some other movies.
Yeah, she's just very smart. And I think basically there was a discussion, how there's a discussion now is like in Hollywood, if you're going to make a movie, no, there are no original films these days that are really making it. It's all, like Avengers, or it's all built on something that there's previous knowledge of. What do they call it? Foreknowledge. No, that's not right. But anyhow, the foreknowledge. But it has to be something people are already familiar with. And so with Mattel, they had a huge part in doing the Barbie movie. So it was kind of finding that balance, because Barbie is so kind of an insult in some, I'm a Barbie girl kind of a deal. It's like that, but Mattel's not going to let them just totally trash their toy. So it was a combination of them trying to write this movie in a kind of a smart, funny way without being too critical of Barbie, but also not presenting her as in a commercial way. So I feel like they struck the balance really well of kind of teasing about Barbie being a little fake and phony, but also in a way Mattel would be happy with.
So make it kind of light and a little feminine, but also make it the hottest woman in the world, just to even it out a little bit. Yeah. Let's make it a little feminist and a little having thoughts, but also it's gonna put Margot Robbie in that role.
Right. Yes, exactly. And they even poke fun of that in the movie. There's a scene where Margot Robbie's talking and she's like, I'm not pretty anymore. And they the voiceover is you shouldn't have cast Margot Robbie in that role if you wanted to make that believable or something.
So they're actually filming it in a way of like talk, or you mean like in interviews? That not during the movie, they're not saying it.
No, they make that comment in the movie. I can't remember who says it
Oh.
now at the moment, but yeah. So it's kind of like, I feel like they did it in a way that it's like not too Barbie praisey, but like also not just a critique and like being like, you gave us an unrealistic body image.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's
was
a good point.
Barbie like living her life, or like what was the actual storyline? Like what was Barbie and Ken doing? Because I saw one clip where he was like, can I come over and spend the night tonight? And she was like, what are we gonna do? And he was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like the premise is basically like there's Barbie world where like Barbies are like presidents and like astronauts, and
Yeah.
they're very important, and Barbie's life is perfect. And then in the real Barbie world, or not in the real world, it's just normal. So Barbie basically, like, some negativity from the outside world starts to infiltrate Barbie world, and she has to leave and go to the real world to like reconcile it. But Ken has always been Barbie because like his whole point is like, does she like Ken? And so Ken has very low self-esteem, and he's always like just trying to get Barbie's attention. When he goes to the real world and sees like how much power men have and like the patriarchy, he's like, I love it. Like he's just obsessed, which then leads him to playing Push by Matchbox 22 on guitar, which to me was the highlight of the movie. And then like basically he kind of brings patriarchy back to Barbie world, and it wreaks havoc, and it kind of goes from there.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So you see how it's got a lot of like
Layers.
Social commentary, but it is in a very funny way. Like it's pretty smart and funny.
I really want to see it.
I listen to Ryan Gosling singing Push over our Taylor Swift song.
Oh, actually.
Okay.
When my dreams combine.
Ryan Gosling, Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
I would like to know if Chelsea, I want to know yours too, Jake, but as far as Barbies go, like, or dolls, if Chelsea had like a favorite Barbie or doll.
Oh, she did.
And then if Jake did.
And then what's Jake's?
I think I can think of one, but what was yours?
I wasn't super into Barbies, but I really liked American Girl.
She had American Girl.
Did she get an American Girl doll looking like
my
her?
mom bought it for me when I was a little old.
Must have been nice, Chelsea. Must have been nice.
Oh, hi, Donna. Okay, Jenna, because Jenna reminded me of a Barbie that I completely forgot existed. That if I literally, it blew my mind because I have a really bad memory. So I'm always asking Jenna, like, do you remember anything like about toys that I don't remember, or a like toy that we liked? Because I don't remember. And Jenna will list like 5 different things. So one day we were talking about Barbies, and she listed this Barbie. What was it called? It was like robotic Barbie or something.
Oh, I don't even know if it was an actual Mattel Barbie. It was just like this Barbie that had like this iridescent skin, and it had like a lot of moving joints. I think it was like a knockoff Barbie that was actually cooler than that Elizabeth Casado had. Are we allowed to use names? Edit that out, Chelsea.
Do we like her or no?
We don't know her anymore. We were like
she's
young.
Keep it in. This is how you reconnect. This is how you reconnect. Keep it in.
If you're listening, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, if you're listening, say hi.
Give me that Barbie.
What if she's in her basement petting its hair? Like, no, never.
Oh my gosh.
She probably brought it to the premiere and got its own seat right next to her.
Okay,
She's like, please, that is taken.
What if her name now is Greta Gerwig and we didn't know her story or arc?
No, we would know. We would know. Oh man, this is not it. Imagine a Barbie like on steroids, but like it like having this type of body.
Like, imagine that, but really cool.
Imagine that, but not looking like such a loser. This girl looks like she's not doing well. Like she's in the submarine that crashed too soon.
Careful, don't go too blue.
They're right under the Swifties. They're gonna pounce on that.
God. Yeah, let's.
They won't, but I mean, sorry.
Okay, but Jake, what was your toy?
I had a I had like the whole He-Man set, He-Man with the castle and all the characters at one point. I think I had a lot of. We were just talking about. Me and Seth were just talking about. Excuse me, in my throat. Just kidding. Me and Seth were talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this weekend and how much we like those.
Or I don't even know Seth was allowed to have Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah, he
Turtles.
said he had those, and then Godzilla. I had a Godzilla.
So there was a He-Man Barbie apparently. Do you want to see what he looks like, Jake?
Yeah, I want to see if I had her.
I feel like you're gonna maybe want to buy one of these right away.
Oh.
I feel like
Zowie.
she not wearing the shirt.
It's actually a body double of Jenna's husband, Devin.
That's Devin.
Jenna, and that's
2001.
And that's Dave, the new
Oh yeah, that's the
animal
mountain
that
beaver.
won't leave their yard.
Oh. We have this little, they're called mountain beavers. Have you heard of those before? You're from out west.
Mountain beavers? I don't think so.
No.
Maybe
I'd never heard of these. Apparently they're actually more of a rat than a beaver.
Oh.
But he's just a little furry guy. He's been like making his way. He looks almost like a mole with these little doll-like hands with long nails on them. And he'll just kind of like his little body will, like he should be, so he, you know what, he looks like a mini ROUS from Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Like a scaled down version of that without a tail. But he can't see, so he'll come out and just like walk across the yard and then just like walk right into the side of the trailer and be like, and then walk around it. Devin's like, he's like a little, like one of those Roomba vacuums that's just kind of like doinking off everything in the yard.
He said he's blind.
Yeah, he's mostly blind because I guess they're a burrowing animal. But we've adopted, now that we don't have our cat anymore, he's kind of taken her place, his place.
Oh God. Also, just to be clear, Jenna and I are sisters. Jake, Chelsea, Devin, all knew each other growing up. That's the connection, just so people know.
And then we all met at Devin's wedding, and then like a year later, Seth and Whitney moved to Warwick, and then the cycle just got bigger from there.
The trifecta.
Jake just kept on stealing our friends.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number 2 interruption, Jake.
He'll swoop.
Cool. Anybody do that you want to introduce me to?
What would you say?
Does he have any new friends he wants to introduce me to?
Nope. Well, I'm not gonna let you meet Dave because that's gonna be.
No.
Oh, I want to meet Dave.
If he met Dave, Dave would just crawl right into Jake's backpack and be like, later, losers.
Later, losers.
I moved to New York.
This is also a picture of what Devin felt like him and Jake looked like as well earlier today. You can see them together just in an embrace.
Yeah, exactly.
So cute. Okay, but I just want to say my favorite toy or
yeah,
that one was great what we mentioned. However, I will say every year forever growing up in Kroger, they had porcelain dolls. Every year in Kroger, they were never $100. They were $99 for years, like 7 years. I wanted one of these. And when I finally got one, it did not disappoint. I've never been happier in my life.
How long till it shattered?
My engagement ring. I wasn't even as happy to get my engagement ring as I was to get that stupid China doll. Edit that out, Chelsea.
I didn't hear you. Our Starlink went out for a minute, but I hear you're talking about the China doll though.
The China dolls from Kroger that were $99 every Christmas. Stacks of China dolls. $99. I remember them being here. Huh?
Did it ever break because it was porcelain, or did you manage to keep it alive?
It's one leg right under the knee did break off. But I kept her dressed down and kept her on her stand so that no one knew.
As you should, as she should have.
The lady.
Just real quick. That's the mountain beaver.
Oh yeah, we have those in Warwick.
Okay, but show its nails.
It looks like a lot of things, but it's actually different.
You think you got mountain beavers, but not like this. Not like Dave. Those are his little nails. Can you see them?
Oh man.
Oh, ugh.
Cute.
If
Choo
Jake wasn't gonna puke before, you're going to now, that's for sure.
There is no feeling of ecstasy though, like when you're sick and you finally vomit afterwards. Like there must be an endorphin release or something because you are just like
So close.
cloud nine
Yeah.
for 5 minutes.
So close. I got 5 minutes left. I'm gonna go.
Okay, we got 5 minutes actually left to do this. So songs, did you tell Jenna about songs?
Yeah, 3 songs. Oh, I didn't tell you. 3 songs to go on the playlist for the podcast playlist. Favorite song, songs you're listening to right now. I'll give you a minute. Well,
Okay.
And let's give you 30 seconds. You got anything?
30 seconds. Yes. The Shacks Trip to Japan.
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
listening to a lot. They also do a cover of Crimson and Clover that I love.
Cool.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna say one that's just kind of like at the top of my playlist. Oh, you know what? No, hold on. This guy from North Carolina that I just started listening to called Jake Xerxes.
Yeah.
A song called Frolic. It's very like he just does a lot of like guitar, like acoustic guitar, very soft, folky kind of, you know. He
Yeah.
ain't no Sturgill, but he's good.
Gotcha. No, no one is. No one is. Okay. Melissa, what do you got?
Okay, so I would like to go back for a moment, and I think we should do the old Radiohead song Paranoid Android from OK Computer album.
Yeah.
I feel like that was really good. And I know everyone is going to say, oh, yeah, that is a good song when I say this. But we listened to the Cranberries zombie specific radio, and hearing her on loud, like the loudest volume possible, singing that zombie song with those drums are maybe the best drums I've ever heard. That song still kills it. I haven't listened to it in forever. And I was like, oh yeah, I like this song. Of course, it's the Cranberries. I start listening to it. I was literally blown away all over again. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Okay, so then a new song that I really like that I just started listening to, which I feel like probably Jenna's already heard of it. Who even knows if I'm saying it right? But the band is called Krungabin, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Krungabin.
We saw live in Marfa, and they wear those like black wigs, like those huge black wigs, and the girl, like the bassist, just exudes cool.
I didn't realize that's who you were talking about when you were telling me that story.
They're so good live.
So good. Okay. That's super exciting because I just started really listening. Oh, Jake, it's your turn.
Okay. So this week was a good week for new music with Turnstile. They put out a 3-song EP with Good, Good, Not Bad, which is like kind of electronic-y group. And they did 3 Turnstile songs in like a really chill mix. So I'll say Underwater Boy from Turnstile and Bad, Bad, Not Good.
Okay.
That's one. Sturgill, let's throw All Around You on it from this album.
Nice.
And then this one's for Luke. Let's do Thrice, Artist in the Ambulance, Cold Cash, and Cold Hearts.
Oh, nice. I like that one.
Did you hear Sturgill's cover of The Promise?
Yeah, on the first album, I really liked.
He did a cover. That was so good. I don't actually know like a lot of Sturgill, but I remember that was like,
I like these.
Got me good.
He did 2 sessions with this band, and they're both really good. So we gotta go. Thank you, Jenna, for being on.
Jake's gotta go.
After all of Melissa's word vomit, I need to go actual vomit.